Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of my FireRed playthrough, and I did play a little bit off screen, and I leveled up Arya to level 9, and that she also learned Gust, which was why that's why I was trying to get to level 9. And besides that, let's go ahead and put our Pokemon that we're not training in the PC, so we have some more room. And let's walk outside and look at that. We're back in Viridian. I backtracked off screen so that we can do the rival fight that I had skipped. So let's go ahead and do that. Get up here.
Hey, Zach! You're off to the Pokemon League? Forget about it! You probably don't have any badges, do you? The guard won't let you through without them. By the way, did your Pokemon get any stronger?
They did get stronger. I got more of them too. Alright, he's got a Pidgey as well, and I don't know if his actually has Gust or not. Let's take a risk. So far, it doesn't seem like it. Oh, that does not do a lot of damage. Oh. That's not gonna work out. Alright, I guess we'll go to Athena. And then we'll use Arya for the Bulbasaur. Alright, that's good. Yeah, and so what do you guys think of Blue as a Pokemon rival? He's the OG, but do you think he's a good rival? Does he come off as competent or an overconfident person who's not as competent as he acts? I'm curious what people's opinions are on him. If you were to rank the Pokemon rivals, what would you rank them? Let me know in the comments. If I had to, I don't have a ranking off the top of my head, but the rivals I think are the best off the top of my head, like in no particular order, are Silver, Hawk, probably Gladion and Hau as well, and Bianca and Charon. Bianca's a little bit of a stretch to call a rival though, but sorta counts. I don't know. I think those are out of the rivals in the series, those are my favorite. And it's mostly just because of their character and they're written. Blue I like, but because his game has hardly any story, his personality's just competent and condescending, and that's his whole thing. And it's like, that's cool, but it's pretty simple. It's effective, but it's simple. And it doesn't really work very well once you're like, when this is not your first time playing it again, I guess. It didn't age well, I guess is the best way I can try to say it. But I still really like Blue. He is the only rival that, you know, becomes champion, and it feels like, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, that and maybe Nimona, I guess, but Nimona was champion at the start of the game, so that's not the same. Anyway, we gotta get back to Pewter. I guess, no, I was gonna say we can try to purposely get in the grass to see if we find a Pikachu, but we're gonna have to get in the grass anyway up here, so there's no reason to add even more extra encounters that we don't need. So, yeah, so far, in terms of Oh, there's a Kakuna. Do I want to catch Kakuna? Probably. Actually, yes, I do. Because I do want to get a living dex. And so I don't have anything tracking or like I don't have a in-depth setup for the living dex of like keeping track of what I catch or what I need to catch. Basically, I haven't planned it out. Right now, my strategy is just to catch stuff as I go. Pretty much everything I see that I can catch. And then kind of play cleanup after we beat the Pokemon League. Alright, let's throw another Pokeball. Dang. That's really annoying. There we go. That was good. Alright. So we caught a Kakuna for our collection. Alright, we can do that. I guess I could organize the Pokemon, but I don't feel like it's worth. I don't feel like there's a point in organize. Oh, well there you go. There's Pikachu. All right, well let's go ahead and catch Pikachu. Do I want to use Pikachu? Is the question. I don't feel. Oh gosh, I'm not. I've used Pikachu. I feel like recently. So I don't really feel like using a Pikachu. But I am going to catch it. There we go. Well, really, when I use Pikachu, it's really Raichu. I've never used a Pikachu that I've kept a Pikachu. Also, there's another question. Do you guys prefer Pikachu or Raichu? Which one's better? Or which one is not statistically better, but like which one do you prefer? I feel for me, Pikachu, when something gets like super popular, like over popular, it's hard for me to feel like, and I know it's popular, it's hard to feel like I don't know. I like to be different from the crowd. So, if a Pokemon is super popular, that's like a negative to how likely I am to like the Pokemon, or I guess if I feel less unique for liking a Pokemon if it's popular. That's what I'm trying to say, which kind of makes sense. It's stupid, but you know. So for me, for one, I always evolve my Pikachus to Raichu, but also I feel like I know Pikachu is really popular, but Raichu's comparatively not that popular compared to Pikachu. Raichu does not get any love, or hardly any at all. Raichu's just like a normal Pokemon that happens to be the evolution of like the most popular Pokemon, which is just kind of strange in my opinion. Also, we're coming up on this gym. The Clefairy came from the moon. That's certainly a theory.
Hiya! Do you want to dream big? Do you dare to dream of becoming a Pokemon champ? Well, I'm no trainer, but I can advise you on how to win. Let me take you to the top. Alright, let's get happening. The first Pokemon out in a match is at the left of the Pokemon list. By changing the order of Pokemon, you may gain an advantage. Try different orders to suit your opponent's party. I'm going to have Metapod up front because I want Metapod to evolve. You're 10,000 light years from facing Brock. I thought I was like 2 steps, but could have fooled me. Alright, here comes Geodude. So the strat here is just switch out
into Athena. It just occurred to me that my team right now is basically the exact same as Ash's, minus, you know, what our starter is at this point in the anime. Where Ash had a Caterpie, or no, he had a Butterfree and a Pidgeotto. And a Pikachu when he got to Pewter City. So I have not deviated from, after my whole little speech about I like to be a hipster and be different, I have not done anything out of what's super common. Then again though, there's barely any options at the beginning of the game. I normally use like Spearow, which is why I didn't use Spearow, because that's what I'm used to using. Because Spearow is literally better Pidgey. It has better stats. It sacrifices a little bit of bulk to be faster and hit harder. And it gets Drill Peck, which Pidgeot doesn't get, which is the best, pretty much like the best flying move in this game. And it evolves at level 20 instead of 30, whatever, 30 something, like mid 30s. So it's just in every way better. The only thing Pidgeot has is that it's more bulky. That's it. And in this game specifically, I'm not talking about other games, like where it has like a Mega and stuff, but seriously, in this game, like, it's just not even a contest. Alright, there we go. We beat Camper Liam. Looks like we're gonna evolve after this fight, most likely. So you're here. I'm Brock. I'm Pewter's gym leader. My rock-hard willpower is evident even in my Pokemon. My Pokemon are all rock-hard and have true grit determination. That's right, my Pokemon are all the rock type. Ha! You're gonna challenge me knowing that you'll lose? That's the trainer's honor that compels you to challenge me. Fine then, show me your best. Oh, I like the Pokemon music. This is cool. Alright. Geodude is defense curled, giving me a free switch in for the bubble. After this Geodude knockout, if I level up, I'll get Water Gun, which will pretty much guarantee I knock out the Onix. Alright, there we go. Do I level up from this? Because I only get half the experience. No, I don't. I'm gonna play it safe and just stay in. I don't want to mess around with switching. Because if I switch into a rock... First of all... Well, there we go. We win. Liberty could have died to a Rock Tomb. And Athena might not have been able to take 2 Rock Tombs. And 1 Rock Tomb would lower the speed, so it's better to stay in there. I'm actually gonna get rid of Tail Whip instead of Bubble, because I feel like it's just useful to have Bubble to like weaken stuff, and I almost never use Tail Whip unless I'm doing some sort of challenge run where I'm underpowered enough where I would need it. So I took you for granted, and so I lost. As proof of your victory, I confer upon you this official Pokemon League Boulder Badge. And just having the Boulder Badge makes your Pokemon more powerful. It also enables the use of the move Flash outside of battle. Of course, a Pokemon must know the move Flash to use it. And we got 1,400 yen. Wait, take this with you. And he gives us the TM for Rock Tomb, or a technical machine, which is a pretty good move, actually. Oh wait, let's see what he says. There are all kinds of trainers in this huge world of ours. You appear to be very gifted as a Pokemon trainer, so let me make a suggestion. Go to the gym in Cerulean and test your abilities. You're pretty hot, but not as hot as Brock. Yeah, Brock's just too hot for me. Alright, there is a museum up here, and there's some world-building fossil cool, like, oh look, there's fossils and space and technology is cool, but there's nothing of, like, gameplay importance in there. It's a thing. I really like the museum, like the ship museum, or the Oceanic Museum or whatever in Ruby and Sapphire, just because the music is like one of my favorite songs in that game. It's like a remix of the SS Anne, but it's like so good. Alright, let's grab... Wait, do I even get Premier Balls in this game? I don't think I do. I can just do this. Alright. Potion, antidote. I don't need any of that. Alright, we're good. Alright. Yeah, I will say this. I am aware that my commentary's been pretty dry in both of these episodes so far. Like, as in, I know I haven't been, I don't know. I haven't been making an effort to, on purpose, be, like, super entertaining. And the reason is if I tried to do that, I probably just wouldn't want to record. I want to enjoy the game and just share and upload me enjoying the game. And I know that is a very small niche appeal, but even if nobody watches, I just like that I have it up on YouTube. And it's like I don't know, it's cool to have it up there. So, make videos for fun, not for some dream of getting big. That's what I'm trying to do. Alright, so we got the last. I did not read what she said. I wish I did. Actually, I think I actually know what she said because I just remember from my memorization, not from just now. I think she said either, did you, like, eek, don't, I think she said something like, what did she say? Something about looking at her, I think. I don't know exactly what it was, but I think it was something about looking at her. Alright, Liberty leveled up. And then here's Pidgey number 2. Let's go for another water gun. Yeah, so while I want to 100% this game, and that's going to be a journey in and of itself, because to 100% this, let's actually go over that. The hardest challenge, there are 2 challenges that are really annoying. The hardest one is completing the national decks. To complete the national decks, I'm going to have to play the Ruby and Sapphire games, Leaf Green, and Pokemon Colosseum. And XD if I want Lugia, which I don't have an English copy of XD, so I don't know if we'll play XD or not, but we'll probably have to play Colosseum. And Colosseum I've never played, so that'll be a first-time playthrough. Well, I've played the beginning of Colosseum, but I haven't finished Colosseum. But it'll be mostly blind playthrough. Alright, let's see what she says after you beat her. Yeah, so you shouldn't be staring if you don't want to battle. Maybe she's like, eek, are you looking at me? Or something like that. I don't know. Alright, let's put Arya up front for this bug catcher. Now that we have Gust. Hey, I saw you in Viridian Forest. Now that we have Gust, which in these games, whether a move uses the attack stat or the special attack stat is just based off of what type it is. So basically all flying type moves are physical attacks. They use the attack stat, regardless of if that makes sense or not. So even though I'm using like wind, where I'm not actually physically, hitting anything, it counts as a physical attack in this game. And then starting with the Diamond and Pearl, they changed it so that moves just are physical or special, completely separate from what type it is. So in later games, Gust is a special move, but in this game, it's a physical move. And so that's just one of the little quirks of these older games. If you're playing it if you're playing this after being used to the newer games, that's just something to keep in mind. That's true for all the Pokemon games up until Diamond and Pearl. That's true. Diamond and Pearl is when they made the physical special split. All right, we got Caterpie. I'm poisoned, which is unfortunate. All right, we go for a Gust. And the knockout. There we go. So, I wonder, I'm trying to think, what Pokemon else do I want to use coming up? Beat me again! There are other kinds of Pokemon than the ones you find in forests. I'm sure there are. I would, we're so close to the Pokemon Center, we might as well just go back and heal. So, upcoming Pokemon is Jigglypuff. Another chance to get Spearow, which I'm not going to train a Spearow since we have Pidgey. And then inside Mount Moon, there's Paris, Clefairy, Zubat, and Geodude. Zubat cannot evolve into Crobat until post-game, so there's no way I'm going to use it. Jigglypuff could be interesting, maybe, but it's literally a worse version of... It's just worse Clefairy, in my opinion. Hi, I like shorts. They're delightfully comfy and easy to wear. Hey, wait a minute. This line is slightly different from the meme. Everybody just says they're comfy and easy to wear online, but he says delightfully. I wonder if it's different in Red and Blue. Maybe in Red and Blue he didn't say delightfully. Maybe that's why. I don't know. But it's Youngster Ben. Alright, we got Liberty. We're gonna go... So this is why Liberty is so... or Butterfree is so good. We get Confusion at level 10. And then we also get, like, the Sleep Powder really early on soon as well. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, so Confusion is really good. In general, Psychic moves are just really good. Because, like, nothing resists them except for, like, Magnemite. That's it. Everything else takes neutral damage or super effective damage. Alright. Beat the... Hopefully you have a Poison type? Yes. Ekans. And Intimidate does not matter because I'm using Confusion, which is a special type move. And Psychic is special. Oh, good thing I didn't poison. And knockout. There we go. Did not level up, though. I don't believe it. Also, I guess I should... Are you visiting a Pokemon Center PC for storing your Pokemon? Yeah. I guess I should explain why... In case anybody was wondering why I've been calling the Pokédollars or the currency, the money. If anybody was curious why I was calling it yen, which is the Japanese currency, it's because in the Japanese games, it's literally just yen. And then in the international releases, they changed the symbol to, instead of the kanji for yen, they just changed it to the P sign. But in terms of, for all intents and purposes, it's literally the same thing. Yen and Pokédollars are the same. They just didn't want to... They just tried to... They didn't want international audiences to be like, ah, yes, I'm playing a Japanese game. Even though they are. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. They don't want it to seem out of... It's weird. Like, just try to make it feel not specifically cultural, I guess. I don't know. I wonder why they do stuff like that. Like, I wonder what the thought process is. Localization is a complicated thing. I don't know. But yeah. Although the whole yen thing doesn't make a lot of sense in the Japanese games when you stop being... Like, that makes sense for the first 4 games, because they're all taking place in different regions of Japan. But then, when you have the games go to, like, you know, black and white, or, like, United States of America, or Hawaii, or the UK, and all these other places in the world, France, the yen as currency makes less sense suddenly, and the Poké Dollars makes way more sense. It's just like this international, always same for every region currency. The whole world is just on $1 in the Pokemon world. So yeah, that was a little tangent there. We knocked out the Metapod, and Arya levels up to level 12. All right. Go. You know what? I'm thinking about. I'm considering, like, oh, this guy's gonna have a Spearow. I'm gonna use Athena. Let's grab this. Oh, I already grabbed the berry. Yeah. All right, this guy is a Spearow. Hey, you're not wearing shorts. What's wrong with you? This guy's actually a kind of tough trainer if you're not ready. He can catch you off guard. Level 14 Spearow. Alright, let's go for Water Gun. Alright, I think I'll knock it out in one more. Ooh, I'll definitely knock it out now. Torrent. Alright. The beeping is annoying, though. I'll say that. Lost. I always wear shorts, even in winter. That's my policy. 'Cause they're comfy and easy to wear. I wore shorts when I was... We drove up to, a different state for Christmas, and it was snowing, and I wore shorts the whole way up, even though it was freezing cold outside and there was snow. I wore shorts, I didn't care, and my family made fun of me the whole time. I was like, you know what? And then on the way back, I wore a t-shirt just to mix it up, you know. All right, I think let's use Liberty on this girl. And then we'll use Arya for the bug catcher. I think, she said, like, that look you gave me, it's intriguing. I think that's what she said. I didn't read it. I forgot to read. Right? Quick attack. Oh, we confused him. Yeah, so... in order to 100% this game... I wonder how I'm gonna... I don't know how I'm gonna do the other playthroughs. Like... I might just do the, like, for example, Leaf Green. Because I'm gonna have to play through Leaf Green to get some of the Pokemon I need. Like the starters and stuff like that. So I might, for Leaf Green, I might just do that off camera, playing through Leaf Green, because we don't want to play through, unless I do like a challenge. You can avoid battles when not letting trainers see you, but I probably will just play through that off screen and probably just try to rush through so we can catch stuff. I'll battle you with the Pokemon I just caught. Right? And that's the other thing. the other thing that's annoying about figuring out what you're going to do with this is for Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Emerald's like the better game to play from just an objective standpoint. Emerald is just better than Ruby, Sapphire, but Ruby and Sapphire. But in order to catch all the Hoenn Pokemon, you're still going to have to play both Ruby and Sapphire no matter what. Technically, you don't need to play Emerald. In terms of Pokédex completion, you don't need to play Emerald. Especially if you have XD. So, I still think I think what I'll probably do with that is I'll just do, like, Emerald as a playthrough on here. Similar to how I'm playing through FireRed. And then I'll just off-screen play through Ruby and Sapphire and just, like, catch that stuff. Or maybe, I don't know, I might just, like, super speed through it. That might be interesting, seeing how quickly I can get the Pokemon I need. I don't know. I'll think about it. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. Alright, Bugcatcher James, done like dinner. What, am I going to eat you? Or did I eat your bugs? Oh. Trained Pokemon are stronger than the wild ones. Yes, that is true. Because they get EVs. And this girl is going to destroy me. Eek! Did you touch me? I walked by you and you walked up to me. Alright, Jigglypuff versus Athena. I'm going to Squirtle. Oh. I was thinking of... Okay, you know what? All I'm going to say is there's a very old Smosh intro that relates to what's currently on screen. If you know, you know. But I don't want to actually say more than that. Anyway. Man, this... Oh... That's why I said this girl's going to destroy me, is because of this. Sing. This is a really... Sleep just means you can't attack until you wake up. And you can sleep for anywhere from 1 to 5 turns in this game. Okay, I'm no longer disabled at least. There we go, and Water Gun. Alright, good thing that missed. I can keep Water Gunning. One more Pound. One more Water Gun. And Knockout. There we go. Athena is almost ready to evolve. That's it? What do you mean that's it? Were you expecting more? Route 4 is at the Mount Moon. Yes. Words. Alright. Phew, I better take a rest. That tunnel from Cerulean sure takes a lot out of you. How did you take this tunnel from Cerulean? It's a one-way. Oh wow, that's the Boulder Badge. You got it from Brock, didn't you? Brock is so cool. He's not just tough, people like and respect him. I want to become a gym leader like him. Ouch! I tripped over a rocky Pokemon, Geodude. He looks like a rock. Imagine if his name was just Rock Dude. Instead of Geodude. Alright, let's heal up. Alright, and we can... I guess we can go ahead and just keep going. There's a this guy right here, you can buy a Magikarp for $500. But I'm not gonna buy it since because I'm not planning to use one. If you want to use one, I would recommend considering buying it since that's the earliest you can get it. But otherwise, I think it's fine to just... I think it's fine to just catch your own as soon as you can later on. Alright, Mount Moon. Magikarp is the earliest... Oh, yeah. And Magikarp is the earliest water type you can get besides Squirtle. And it's actually probably debatably better. But you have to give it the Water Pulse TM from Misty. Alright. Here's Geodude. And I don't really have a good way to weaken this. Maybe Confusion. That probably won't kill it. And Mud Sport is completely worthless on Geodude. What it does is it weakens the power of electric moves, but Geodude is already immune to electric moves because it's a ground type. So it's just a waste of a move. Now it's confused and it hits itself, which is good for us. We'll go ahead and try to catch him. There we go. Alright. I don't think I'm going to use a Geodude, so we're going to say no. Or do I want to use one? Maybe? I don't think I've used one, like, ever. It's like kind of like an archetypical... It's a pretty... I don't know. I think... Sure... No. Yes. I'm gonna say no. Here's my thing about Geodude. Okay? I think Graveler is cooler than Golem. And the reason is I just don't like that he looks like he's just a ball with arms and legs. I don't like it. So, I don't know. I just don't like how Golem looks. And his back sprite is boring. So, at least in this game it's boring. Also, I've just remembered that I can catch the... Besides Jigglypuff, there's also the Nidorans, which are like a staple. Right? Oh, I didn't mean to fight him. Alright, got the wrong Pokemon out. So, the Nidorans, so, alongside Jigglypuff and Spearow, and there's also the two Nidorans outside Mount Moon, and the male and female are actually different Pokemon, and they evolve into, like, Nido King or Nido Queen. The basic gist is they learn slightly different moves, but mostly the same, and Nido King is more offensive, while Nido Queen is more defensive. They're actually one of the best Pokemon in this game, because you can have a fully evolved Nido King or Queen at level 16. Because they evolve at level 16 into their first stage, and then you can use a Moonstone from this cave we're in right now to evolve it again immediately into its final form. And there's really no reason not to, other than maybe if you're worried about becoming weak to Misty, then maybe you would delay until you beat Misty and then evolve, but that's about the only reason you wouldn't just evolve right away. Anyway, there we go. So now... go back. Let's go back out and try to catch us a Nidoran, because I definitely want a Nidoran to train. Even if it's not always on the team, Nidoran's one of those Pokemon that it's one of my favorite. And I've used it a bunch of times, but the thing that's cool is Nidoran's very customizable in the sense of you can teach it like you can teach it like tons of different moves. And I personally really like the male, the Nidoking more, but I've used both. There's a Spearow. Let's go for a Bubble. If I go for a Tackle, it probably won't kill unless I get a crit. There we go. And we can catch the Spearow. There we go. And there's a Mankey. I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna put Liberty up front so that we can level her up. And depending on how long it takes, I could. Oh, there's Jigglypuff. I was gonna say I could like end up learning Sleep Powder. Alright, trying to put us to sleep, but it missed. Try to catch Jigglypuff. Alright, we'll say no to using Jigglypuff. Alright, let's look for the Nidorans next. Alright, Mankey. Knockout. Another Jigglypuff. So yeah, we're basically looking for the Nidoran. Ah, that's frustrating. I guess we'll... okay, well, you know what? While we're waiting for me to wake up, this is something I just thought of mentioning. So if I'm playing off screen, like for example, I did between episodes, whenever I'm playing off camera, it's almost always I'm playing on my actual Game Boy Advance. And so that means, oh, there's the Nidoran. So if I'm playing on my Game Boy and something happens, like something ridiculous, like, oh, I find a shiny, or I don't know. That's the biggest thing. Like if I find a shiny or something like that happens, I think what I'll do is I'll just kind of like record some footage with my phone or something like that, like just a camera just pointing at the screen, just to be like, this is what happened. But I'll have to do, and then I'll have to like record post commentary over it maybe, because if something happens while I'm like not even at home and I'm playing, that's just the best I can do is just record a clip on my phone or something and then just talk over it through editing. But that's unlikely. The main thing would be something like a shiny, and that's not... I mean, if it's going to happen, it would probably happen off screen while I'm grinding in the grass, but it's still pretty unlikely. Anyway, well, and also, a lot of my grinding will probably be against trainers and not wild Pokemon. Anyway, Nidoran. what to name him. Kind of... So... I don't know why, but I want to name him Sonar. Because I think it's kind of cool sounding, and his ears can, like, pick up sounds almost like a sonar-like. That's sonar-like, I guess. This type of thinking. Alright, there's Jigglypuff. So, I think we'll go ahead and move on. And not find the... You can find female Nidoran here, but it's really rare in FireRed. And vice versa in Leaf Green, where the male Nidoran is much rarer. And so I think we'll just hold off, and we'll catch the female Nidoran that we need in the Safari Zone later in the game, because we're going to see plenty of them in the Safari Zone while looking for other rarer Pokemon. All right, so we'll heal up. And we're gonna organize our little PC box and get our party set up with our new Pokemon we're gonna train, Sonar. And let's deposit Zubat and Spearow. We've got room for, I guess, Paris and Clefairy if we find them in the Mount Moon. And that should be all good. Let's put Sonar up front. And... oh, that's mostly good. That's Jolly, which is minus special attack plus speed. That's good all up except for the sense that I like the freedom of using special attacks on Nidoking, but it's still not a big deal. I can still use special attacks, they're just going to be a little bit weaker. But his main move would probably be Earthquake anyway. Anyway, there we go. Save the game. Assuming I'm willing to put the TM Earthquake on him. Alright, we're going to save here. And I think this is a good stopping point where we beat Brock, we beat the rival, and we did this whole route, and we caught some Pokemon. And we're standing right in front of Mount Moon. And next episode, we will fully tackle this dungeon and get out to the other side, and maybe more. And so that's pretty much what I think we'll do next time. So thanks for watching, and hit that subscribe button for more videos like this.